I'm Eric D'Amato.
And I think humans are a fragile machine. All of us, just fragile machines.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers.
Yes, the mind is such a fragile thing. It will break so easily.
Today we are
Because of
watching
disease.
House 3. Except it's not House 3, it's really the horror show.
Yeah, it is House 3, aka My House is a Werewolf, aka
I want to see that
the
movie.
horror show.
I want to see House 3, My House is a Werewolf.
Yes.
That sounds actually pretty fun. But
that movie would be the fucking best.
But Detective McCarthy finally catches Meat Cleaver Max, a serial killer who promises revenge during his execution.
That's
Nonetheless,
a pretty good nickname.
a parapsychologist tells the detective that the only hope of stopping Max for good is to destroy his spirit.
Yeah, you must ruin his spirit. The only way you can defeat the stand user.
It's, So this has very little to do... This has nothing to do with House 2, even less
At
to do
all.
with House 1.
At all. This is something
House
else entirely.
2 is still probably the best of the House movies.
Yeah.
And, okay, we got
best.
Lance Henriksen
Yeah.
before his Pumpkinhead days.
And also
We
way before Detroit.
We have Brian James before, who never really got it back after Blade Runner.
Well, yeah, he never had another chance, basically. Like, Blade Runner was a shot, and he got shafted.
We have
afterwards.
Aaron Eisenberg.
Who?
He plays his kid.
Oh, the boy Scotty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
He had malfunctioning kidney, stunted his growth at 5 feet. He died. No, he didn't die.
Who plays Bonnie?
Bonnie?
What's her name?
I'm checking. That was Dee Dee Pfeiffer.
Dee Dee Pfeiffer. She's a cutie. I like her. Has she been in anything I know?
Falling Down, Sybil, The All-Nighter.
I'm supposed
Frankie
to know
and Johnny.
Sybil? Come on.
I don't know what these are. CSI, The Dead Zone TV show.
Okay, I haven't watched a lot of CSI, but I have heard of the Dead Zone.
She
So
wasn't
she's
in all that much. That you'd know.
Okay, then. Still,
She's mostly in like romance flicks.
Okay, and she was in CSI. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Also, like she's been around that part of town. Pretty cool.
She was in Alien vs. Hunter.
Is that an Aliens movie with like xenomorphs and shit?
No,
Or
it's
is it
an
a ripoff?
it's an AVP
Yeah,
ripoff
of course it fucking is.
with William Catt.
Well, hey, remember ScarJo was in Eight-Legged Freaks, all right?
Yeah, but that wasn't a ripoff of anything.
I know, but like that's a start, you know? Like that was her start. She started in fucking Eight-Legged Freaks, okay? So like if ScarJo could start in that, okay, that trash fire.
Anyway, let's
anyone
watch
can
this.
start anywhere. Yep, let's watch it. Be interesting.
Come on, Janky. It's checkout time.
Nobody's going to miss Max Janky, especially Detective Lucas McCarthy.
Glad you could make it, cop.
He was born bad and stayed that way. Nobody's going to miss Max Janky
We sent 50,000 volts of juice through that scum. Looks pretty dead to me, Professor.
because he hasn't gone anywhere.
Lucas, I'm coming back to tear your world apart.
You're dreaming!
I thought you were dead.
Damn it, Vinny, you scared me! I love you.
Vinny,
No!
I told you I'd be back.
Lucas!
You thought Freddy was a howl.
Funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio today.
And Jason was a scream.
I got a present for you.
Wait till you meet Max.
Not even close.
He's a cut above the rest. The Horror Show.
This is just the beginning.
Okay, trailer, I'm going to stop you right there. Meat Cleaver Max is in no way a cut above Freddy and Jason.
But he's hacking and whacking and slashing. He's hacking and whacking and slapping. He's hacking and whacking and slashing. He's hacking, whacking, chopping that meat.
That's Butcher Pete.
He's just a Butcher Pete, okay?
This
I see no difference.
might be the least intimidating movie slasher I've ever seen. And
He's
I mean,
pretty creepy.
And that includes Chucky and the Leprechaun.
Hey, he's
and the
he's
Puppet Master
creepy.
puppets.
He's supposed to be a creepy dude, okay?
Yeah, but
this
he's
is
not.
basically Shocker, alright? Shocker was sort of creepy too.
It's a doughy white guy with a 90s beard and a mullet. He's not intimidating.
Yeah, but he feels no pain because he's probably on like meth or whatever.
And his laugh doesn't help. His great
know.
menacing laugh is
It's Woody Woodpecker and yeah.
It's so... I don't like this thing. And yeah, as Gio said, this is basically just the
Slasher
Wes Craven
starring Woody Woodpecker.
It's basically Wes Craven Shocker, but not good.
Yeah, it's that one guy that bought he bought the bookshelf off of from Gumtree.
Randy Feltface.
Yeah.
The demonically possessed baritone Kookaburra.
There you go. That's his
It
laugh.
wields it like fucking battle axe. He looks at me like,
running down the stairs.
and he
going,
looks at me like Jack Nicholson chasing Shelley Duvall in The Shining.
Yeah.
And says, "What are you, macho?"
Oh, that was good.
Why did we just watch Randy Buys a Bookshelf 5 times instead of this movie?
It would have been, honestly, if that entire comedy sketch gets a horror movie made out of it, I would like it a lot more.
Screw your head and fuck your head and the neck eroded on it.
There you go.
No one gives a fuck about your head.
Oh man. Fucking shit, man, that entire sketch. I can't even start. So
The whole show, really.
we should start with this movie though.
Yeah.
So barbecued home movies, that's where we start basically. Lance Henriksen in the backyard with his family while they all talk over the footage.
And I really thought this was going somewhere, but it really didn't.
No, it's just the opening credits.
Because you remember that in House 1, it was a haunted house
Yeah.
that brought out the worst of his mind. In House
Kind of
2,
like
the
Insidious.
house... In House 2, the house was like portals to other worlds and was really cool because there was a pterodactyl and a cat or puppy, and I love that movie.
Yes, that movie was wonderful.
And
It
in
was
this
a
one,
good
and both of
dance.
those, the key action is related to the house itself.
Yeah.
In this, they live in a house. That's the connection.
They live in a house and the killer is controlling specific little things inside the house. It's really stupid.
But he's not bound to the house either. He can harass them anywhere.
Yeah, he's haunting the house because he's a vengeful soul. That's like and also electricity apparently. Who the fuck knows what that's all about?
But the thing is,
like,
he can
it's
get,
basically Shocker.
but he can get them anywhere. So I don't know why this is pretending to be connected.
The basement is his main place though.
Yeah,
like,
but
he
can
drags
get,
everybody to the basement.
Yeah.
Like that's
So
that's
Lance
his place.
Henriksen is chasing down this guy.
Well, no, he caught him.
Yeah, well, but we opened with him chasing him.
Well, like it's a flashback to
Right.
him chasing him because he gets woken up in the middle of the night and tucks his son in, whatever, and then the cat jumps out of the cupboard and he sees a furnace, and which gives him flashbacks.
To chasing him through an apartment building. This guy's killed like half a dozen cops.
Yeah.
He has severed heads on plates and blood everywhere.
Is he just killing people inside this restaurant, or was it just like the 2 cops that he killed recently that he killed in this restaurant and like shoved their heads in deep fryers and bullshit?
I think it was recent.
Okay, it was probably just the cops. It's like I doubt he killed literally everyone in this. It's not like a fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre situation.
No, it's also it's like
restaurant is his kill grounds.
It's also it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
No one's the restaurant would have had no customers.
true. His
Chases
partner
him-
and him go looking for the killer.
His partner gets killed. He chases him to the roof.
Well, his arms get cut off,
Yeah.
and then he gets chained up, and then he he bleeds out after when he's talking to Lance Henriksen. It's like,
I mean, we knew he was gonna die because he was a black cop in an 80s 90s action horror sci-fi movie.
yeah, he got me. I don't take me to a white doctor. Do you got any cocaine on you? We're cops. Still, I'm dying here, man.
Bad cops, bad cops.
What's he
Bad
gonna
cops,
do?
bad cops.
Bad cops lost their fucking arms.
But he can now become armless Tiger Man. Wait, isn't this the exact same backstory of that Jax in Mortal Kombat has?
Yeah, he's just gonna become Jackson.
Wait, so
Jackson Briggs.
so Max is Kano,
Yeah, Max
And-
is Kano.
and Lance Henriksen is Sonya. No, he's not cool enough. He's Curtis Stryker.
Yeah, he's Stryker. Oh god, Lance Henriksen would bring so much honor to the character of Stryker. He would.
So
Like,
they
he's too good.
chase
he's
him
too good to
down.
play
Then he
Stryker.
wakes up next to his wife.
Yeah, and
And
he starts.
he's going to the
He starts
exit.
to like freak out because like her face changes, and then like Max, like Meat Cleaver Max cuts him in bed, and then he wakes up again because it was still a dream, and he's choking his wife.
But he
And then
has,
he lets
but
go.
he has the neck on his chest, even though Meat Cleaver Matt hasn't been electrocuted yet. So I don't even know how that's possible. But whatever.
Well, like he gets cut, and then he wakes up, and then he still has the cut on him in real life. It's like a Freddy situation, I guess.
Yeah, but the killer doesn't have powers yet, so I don't know how that happened.
He's the dream killer. I don't know.
But he isn't yet.
I know, but Wes Craven though.
But Wes Craven's had nothing to do with this, because if he did, it would be a better movie.
Elm Street, I mean.
Yes, that was made by Wes Craven.
Yes, and Shocker though.
Yes, both, but he had nothing to do with this.
But he might as well have.
It would have been a good movie if he had something to do with it, though.
I know, but like this is kind of like up his alley, sort of, because it's a rip-off of his stuff. And like, if it's a rip-off of his stuff,
Came before Shocker, though.
I know, but it's such a concept that's like, yeah, it could have been done at any point, and it would have been a rip-off of that. It's like the second it's done right, it's like you're just ripping it off. It's like regardless of if it was done before or after. It's like if it's done right, it's a rip-off of that. Like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's the Dark Souls logic.
So he goes to the execution, he gets electrocuted, but
Yeah.
oh no, he's actually a super ghost now. Guess it didn't work. This
Like,
is
that just gave me a hard on. Is that the best you can do, you pansies? Rah! And
this
then he, like,
movie's
gets
hard
lit
to
on fire.
follow.
And he's like, I'm coming for you, Lance. Or I'm coming for you, Lucas, whatever.
So now we find the most interesting part of the movie after this scene
Mm-hmm.
is the son just somehow tricked Nestle into sending him a life supply of strawberry milk.
And chocolate.
And I don't know And they just drop this plot thread immediately, but I wanted to know more about this.
Well, it happens at the end of the movie and like at the beginning of the movie. It's like bookended. It's like at first it's Nesquik, at the end of the movie it's a chili guy.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's just he scams these companies into sending him free shit. And that's what he likes to do,
that's
as
his
well as listen to heavy metal.
But nothing knowable.
Yeah, just like aside from listening to Metallica, he occasionally rips companies off.
Yeah,
like that's the son's character. That's what Scott does.
Woo, so fascinating! I totally want to know more.
You're totally my bitch forever, Scott. That's his character.
You need to break up with your fake high school Nesquik, Scott.
No, stay at home, play video games, and drink my milk.
The girl has a boyfriend, and that's her personality.
Yeah, she's going out with this guy. What's his name again?
I don't care.
Fucking no, but he has a name though. Vinny.
Yeah, oh, of course.
He's his fucking name.
Doesn't have a good ending in this.
He really doesn't. He dies 5 minutes in. It might as well be 5 minutes in.
We're more than 5 minutes in by this point of the movie.
Yeah, he dies like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Give him like 10 extra minutes.
So Max Jenke begins harassing him with visions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's strange.
While he's driving, while he's fucking trying to make out with his wife.
Yep.
Like when he's at work, when he's eating, when he's watching TV. It's just shocker.
Yeah, it is just shocker.
How many more times do I have to say it?
There's some parapsychologist who's like, oh no, you can't have the electricity didn't work. Instead of killing him, you made him into a superhero. It's like, that's stupid. Go away.
Yeah, it's like, are you fucking nuts? It's like, that's I agree with him. That's fucking retarded to say.
That's so. It's just you. By sending that electricity through him, you amplified his spirit powers and turned him into a super murder ghost. That's hokey, and old John Tron was better.
Also, have you seen Shocker?
Well, watch it instead of this. It's better.
Also, that one stand from Jojo Part. Or Part 4, depending on which one you want to compare it to more. Because, yeah, there are multiple electro stands in JoJo. This should not surprise you.
No.
This should surprise no one. Anyway, so,
he keeps harassing the family.
Yeah.
He pretends to be the okay. At one point, Lance Henriksen threatens to murder the boyfriend because he thinks he's Jenke calling on the phone.
Yeah, like this was, I think, after he died, though.
Yeah, and then Jenke goes into the basement, mimics the girl.
You mean Lance does?
No, Jenke goes. No, I know. I mean exactly what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the part where she goes down, and then yeah.
Well, no, he goes down, and then Jenke's like, "I'm totally the girl, though."
Yeah, take your clothes off, whatever.
Then he murders him.
Right, dead.
And then Lance Henriksen gets blamed for it because he had recently threatened to kill him.
Yeah, but he's not actually talking to the boyfriend. He's talking to he's screaming at Max.
Yeah, but everyone thought he had threatened to kill.
He's talking to Max Furnace.
Yes, but everyone thought he had threatened to kill other guy.
Yeah,
Vinny.
because other guy Vinny was like
backing on his daughter,
of course. Also,
so he's arrested, and this really unprofessional cop just kind of insults him for the entire interview.
Well, like, okay, it doesn't, like, immediately go to that. It's like, we have the little dinner where, like, Lance Henriksen's, like, talking to his wife, telling her about, like, tickets for Bora Bora. Or Barbados, or wherever the fuck they wanted to go. And the daughter looks around afterwards and, like, oop, nothing. And then, he gets the call, blah, blah, blah. They talk about the evil electricity before this. And then the
Evil
electricity, and then found them dead.
And then the doctor, the parapsychologist, and Lance Henriksen go to Genki's crappy old apartment.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there.
Nothing.
And then the doctor gets murdered.
Well, yeah, because of course that's going to happen.
And of course Lance Henriksen gets blamed for it.
Because the corpses are in his house.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, all of the murders are in the vicinity of this house.
Yes.
Because the killer, of course, is haunting the house. So, everything in there, it's just they're immediately getting killed over there. But Lance already got clipped for the murder of Vinny. So, how the fuck could he have also killed the doctor in the house when he's already detained in the fucking... It makes no sense. Like, they're assuming that, like, oh yeah, he killed them before.
It was nanobots.
It's like, but no, not even fucking nanomachines, dude. Not even nanomachines, son. Like, not even nanomachines could fucking explain this bullshit.
By the way, there's a movie called Aliens vs. Ninja we have to watch.
Good God. That sounds dope.
Oh, and also Snakes on a Train.
Oh yeah, that. I still have to watch that at some point.
The Manster.
The what?
The Manster.
The what?
The Manster.
I don't think I'm hearing you properly.
Manster.
Fuck you.
It sounds like Vince McMahon's nickname for himself.
It sounds like
what
Vince McMahon calls his penis.
The thing Vince McMahon says everyone calls him, but nobody calls him. The Manster.
No, it's what he says all the women call his penis, but they actually don't. It's just himself calling his dick that. This is the Manster.
No one cares, Vince.
Suck it or you're fired.
Yes, Vince, here, have a cookie. Have a cookie and go to the corner.
Oh, boy.
So, someone's head explodes.
Oh, yeah, he walks into a dreamscape with okay, first it's his daughter in a bed, like all preggers and whatever.
There's a game show, I think, at one point.
I think it was like the comedy part or whatever you're thinking.
I'm really, really sorry, but the plot of this is so all over the place and disjointed.
No, the whole plot of it is, this is a cop, he gets framed for murder by the spirit of a murderer.
Right, it's not all over the place and disjointed. It's the barest of bones.
Comedy ensues.
It is the barest of bones plot. So we can just really talk about scenes that the few scenes that stood out.
Yeah, there you go. But it's like, I don't remember a game show type thing going on.
No,
like,
it was him doing comedy.
Yeah, that's what you were thinking of, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. So, like, yeah, they have the whole thing, though, where he's like,
it's like he's watching
the
TV, and then it goes into the dreamscape.
Yeah,
like that
daughter.
scene in Friday the 13th.
He sees his son
Nightmare on Elm
and
Street.
her sitting at the table, and she's holding a baby. And they're like, help me, help us, mommy's gone, blah, blah, blah.
And the
then
baby
he takes the
comes
baby
out
and
of
fucking
the
punts
stomach.
it across the fucking table.
There's an effect where this like goblin is trying to get out of her Bonnie's stomach.
Yeah. But then, like, you see her at the table, and he just, like, Lance Henriksen just grabs the baby and just fucking bashes its head against the fucking table repeatedly.
And the baby
and
has
then
a
they're
weird...
gone.
The baby has a weird goblin-y face.
Yeah, it's like a weird sort of like. It looks like they took a JPEG of the daughter's face and then just like stretched it over like a rubber glove.
It looks like Genki, I thought.
It's like okay, it's like they took both of their faces and like put them into one JPEG and like mixed them together, and then like slathered it over a balloon or something. It looks really weird. It doesn't even look like a person's face really. It's like really disgusting. But like anyways, after that, like he ends up going into the dreamscape and seeing the professor or whatever guy with the glasses. His head's on a plate.
Yep.
And he's like, remember, you gotta charge him with the power from the power plant. That's the only way to fry the bastard. Ah! And his head explodes. And this movie is much better for
So they charge him. Lance charges him with electricity and then shoots him with a gun, and he dies. He becomes
fighting in the power plant.
He becomes tangible and he dies, and then everyone's alive again except for Vinny and the professor.
This is just Shocker meets the cable guy. This scene especially is just the cable guy.
It's Shocker versus the Spider-Man villain, Shocker.
I think it's Jim Carrey playing the Shocker in whatever Spider-Man movie.
Agreed.
That would be a good casting right there. Jim Carrey as the Shocker.
I think he'd make it better anyone else.
Hey, he was in Cable Guy. He did a damn good job in that movie. So
True, but that doesn't mean it should be the lamest Spider-Man villain. Aside from Hydra Man, because let's not forget Hydra Man is the worst.
I usually am not on the side of Jim Carrey being anything lame, but my God, would I feel like he would do that character justice?
Well, Jim Carrey is pretty lame.
I don't find him lame. I find him...
Batman Forever? Really?
Come on, I love that movie. Don't talk
Really?
shit about Batman Forever. I love it.
I can't not talk shit about a shit movie.
I know it's bad, but I love it.
Anyway, they beat Genki, and Genki will fade into obscurity like the worm he is. And everyone lives happily ever after, and they get a lifetime shipment of chili, and then the movie's over.
He's like fake dead like twice, I think, before
Yeah.
he's actually dead, which is like them basically shoving him into the electrical, like the charging thing, and then like him being transported to the house, and then Lance Henriksen emptying out an entire clip of ammunition like he said he was gonna do.
Then they kill Genki, and this
he's
has
dead.
nothing to do with anything. This movie is bad. It's more entertaining.
Oh, but they found the cat at the end.
The what?
They found the cat in the bottom.
Right, the cat got lost, and the cat's okay.
They found
So
Cosmo.
yay.
The wife lost Cosmo at the beginning of the movie, and they found him at the end. But now they have to find Wanda.
Yes, haha.
Lol, funny joke. This movie was kind of bad, but there are certain parts of it I absolutely...
I will say there's a certain appeal to it after watching Retro Puppet Master.
Yeah, even watching Shocker, it's like, yeah, you find the little, the little things that are similar, and you go, oh, cool. Like, this is like that thing.
But it's definitely... It feels a lot better to watch this if you just watch the Borer Fest that is Retro Puppet Master.
Yeah, this movie is better by proxy.
It's still not good by any means, and really shouldn't have been called House 3.
Hey, honestly, if I had to watch fucking Saint Dracula again, and then you tell me, okay, watch these two movies again over, I would be like, yeah, these two movies are actually pretty good. I might even boost them up a couple points in my books. But my God, like, as they are now, their standing is pretty low.
But, what do you give this?
Honestly, this one I like a bit more than the last one that we watched, of course. But it's still not a fantastic film. I give it the creepy furnace that Kevin McAllister sees in his basement, over big prego, I don't know, like Nazi zombie killers, fucking coming out of like girls' chests and hunting down cats or whatever.
That makes no sense. And
I know it doesn't.
You rambled
So
on
does this
too
film.
long to be funny.
This film doesn't make any sense either.
I'm going to give it
Electro nonsense.
Max Jenke walking into a room all proud that he's the new hotness for slashers, and then Freddy and Jason are waiting for him, ready to show him who's really a cut above.
Oh yeah, wasn't that the tagline for this
Yeah.
thing?
But Max,
Oh god, I forgot about that.
you've seen Freddy, you've seen Jason, but Max Jenke's a cut above.
That's so stupid, man. I hate like fucking things that go like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking Jason killer, or like I'm a Halo killer.
Or way back in the day,
do none of
creepazoids saying, "Hey, you've seen aliens? That ain't shit."
that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Aliens is I don't like that movie, but creepazoids is so much worse.
Anytime any franchise is going like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill this other franchise, we're gonna kill it dead. It's like, yeah.
Remember when Legacy of
yeah,
Kain
no.
was going to kill Zelda?
This is true. It did say that it was going to be a Zelda killer, but it killed 0 Zeldas.
Okay, technically, it didn't say anything. It just did its thing. IGN said it was going to be a Zelda killer.
Well, everybody knows IGN's a lying fuck.
Anyway, next time we're actually going to have something more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
We're going
I
to
hope
look
so.
back at the works of the one, the only, the legendary super nerd himself, Peter Jackson.
Yeah, this one's one that I've been looking forward to for a little bit.
We're going to be watching his first horror movie.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's pretty good, this one. So yeah, I'm hoping to see you guys there then.
Yeah, so I've been Merrick D'Amato.
Yeah, and I've been the weird boy,
And-
the cutter, the hacker and slasher.
And I'm so sorry that this episode we weren't that detailed. This movie had very little to talk about.
Honestly, the most interesting things in this film are the interrogation and like the
Yeah.
fact that he's just getting like screamed at. It's like, oh, did you just tell me fuck me? No, fuck you, you know? And like, you know, like fucking the head exploding. Those are like the two best parts of this film. It's like, honestly, they're unremarkable movies. These past two, I don't really care much for them.
But
But
we'll see you
Landscape
next.
Racing's cool.
We'll see you next week as we slowly count down to the 200th episode, which isn't going to be as special as I had originally planned because of COVID.
Thanks. Thanks, Trump.
Also, bye, Trump.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Ciao.